What we're seeing from ADA and other altcoins in the space right now is exciting. It's impressive. And there's a couple things that are, in fact, indicating that this may be the start of something much, much bigger here. And I do want to talk about just a few of these changes that have taken place overnight, because this is incredibly important for retail. And we do need to discuss something that is escalating slightly that we just kind of need to keep our eye on. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, I have to say that obviously BTC helped us make this move yesterday. BTC had a nice 6.45% day, breaking through 100K, sitting at about 103.5 or so at the time of filming this video. And overnight, it's been pretty quiet. Not a lot of volatility, some chop just taking place, and that's fine. Because what altcoins have actually done overnight is just continued to gain. Many assets, 3, 4, 5, 6%, some even more than that. ADA, for example, printing about a 3.5% day at the time of filming this video and sitting at some actually very important levels. If we just take a look back at this Wyckoff accumulation model in terms of ADA, you guys can see that, it just continues to play out to perfection. Right now, we have actually climbed into this SOS phase right here, same price levels that we were seeing back here in the middle of February. And what this is showing is if this does continue to play out to perfection, we may see a little bit of chop before ADA tries to take this next extension here. Doesn't have to play out that way, but that's just what the Wyckoff accumulation model shows. What we've also done, guys, is basically confirm this inverse head and shoulders like we were talking about. We did, in fact, break through that neckline. We're broken out above trend here. We're broken above 78 cents. So all these signs are very bullish and exciting for ADA moving forward. All right. Now I'm trying again, still not to get too excited and too far ahead of myself, but there is something that was happening over the last 24 hours that I wasn't expecting to be the case. I thought yesterday we had a huge institutional money day. That would have really not been surprising because of how much BTC moved, because of how much the market moved. It wasn't. $117 million in accumulation yesterday. It's actually one of the lowest buy days we've seen in the past several weeks. So what this was showing you is, guys, this was all retail. Retail is the reason that these moves were in fact taking place. And this should get people very excited. And why I'm saying that is when retail confidence is rising, the market is more conducive for sustainable pumps. Now, there could be surprises that do, in fact, slow you down or make you pull back. And I'll get to this more in just a moment here. But overnight has kind of been confirming this. When we look at BTC dominance, look at these two ugly drop-off candles. And we've just gotten into the start of the day. Hopefully this is something that continues as the day goes on. But this is showing you that retail is they're diving into the market right now because retail loves altcoins. Some of them like Bitcoin, that's fine, right? But they like more speculative assets. They like ones that are more likely to have more significant gains. Hopefully that makes sense, right? They just tend to gain more faster because of the lower market caps. So what we've also seen, USDT dominance continues to drop off. So retail, again, just continued to drop into the space. In fact, we almost breached these lows of March 2nd. So that's a great sign. What we're also seeing here right now is, again, total market cap breakout. Again, like what I talked about yesterday, might kind of pop around and bounce around above here, or we could obviously come back down, get a little bit of a rejection before extending. But what we're seeing here too is the total 3 attacking these higher levels, total 2 attacking some of these higher levels. Resistance for this is at about $1.23 trillion. So we are on our way. And what's very good about this is we've now done this in a balanced way. ADA, for example, if we take a look at the long short ratio, it's 1.01. So there's only a 1% imbalance to the long side. That is healthy numbers. That's exactly what we want to see. We don't want to see long interest pushing too hard and then obviously causing long liquidations to the downside. Now, what I will say here as well is Crypto Rover actually posted this chart, which I think is very interesting. And what this said is altcoins are lagging behind the stablecoin market cap. The gap is about to get filled. Don't get fooled here. And what's very cool about this is this shows you that we tend to fly back to the stablecoin market cap. All right. So we have a big surge ahead if we do, in fact, follow this. And we know one thing, and that's that ADA does, in fact, like to perform well when retail excitement is high, when capital is flowing. And right now, guys, we're on the verge of potentially even bigger breakouts than we're seeing. Something I did want to point to as well is Google search analytics are showing that crypto search volume is on the rise, but not even close to these tops here. And in fact, I did want to show you guys this too. So we've now reached the greed range on the crypto fear greed index. We've reached a 70. And what's interesting is the last several times we've gotten here, it's just been the start. All right. Take a look at back here, early part of November. This was like November 7th. All right. And we know that we didn't top out until the early part of December, right? Even taking a look back here, we hit this in the later part, mid February or so. We know we extended there. We hit this just the latter part of October of 2023. So right now, all these signs are showing that we're getting ready to kick off just this major run throughout the crypto space. All right. Now, that being said, understand that we still have a CPI report next week that's still going to play some impact in the charts. And one thing we do need to monitor very closely is this conflict between India and Pakistan, because Pakistan has now, in fact, retaliated. They have done some drone strikes themselves. So the tensions are, in fact, rising over there. Hopefully, this does not put a damper on what we're seeing in the crypto market. And frankly, right now, the market just doesn't care. You can get to those moments where, frankly, the market just decides to run and send and just say, screw it. We're just going to do what we're going to do. And that's kind of what we're witnessing right now. All right. So this is where, again, ADA historically can make some very significant breakouts. Hopefully this isn't like what we saw back here on March. But again, just everything we're seeing from a fundamental level, from a news level, it's more sustainable. And again, hopefully this is just something that can continue and build some momentum into the weekend. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. What do you think comes next? Do you think ADA is going to sustain around these levels? Do you think it's going to extend further? Do we see a little bit of a retracement? But have a great day. Show your love. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.